What's going on, guys? Tony Gomez here, Kickster93. You've just been listening to a quick demo of what I believe to be the best amp line that Blackstar ever came out with, and that's the Artisan series. Um, this one in particular that I have right here is an Artisan 15, and man, it rocks. I mean, you heard in the clip before this. I mean, it's just for 15 watts, it is a monster for sure. I mean, if you're in the room with this thing, I mean, that thing is pushing more than 15 watts. I mean, I've owned a few 15 watt amps before, you know, Blues Junior. Well, Deluxe Reverb is 20 2 watts, I think, but you know, and something else. But I've owned amps in that 15 to 20 watt range, and this thing, yeah, man, it blows those things out of the water. But yeah, they're very simple amps. Here, let me go ahead and show you what I was running. Of course, I had it on 15 watt mode. The whole demo you heard was the same settings. So nothing, I didn't change anything. So channel 1, you can see I had the tone all the way up. Let's see if I can. Yeah, I had the tone all the way up, and I had the volume just a little bit, you know, pretty much a little bit past 12 o'clock, but you know. And then on channel 2, I had the tone all the way up, and the volume right around there. It's really hard to tell with these knobs. You can't really see where the little indentation is right there. But yeah, these are, like I said, the best amps I think Blackstar ever came out with. I never knew about these amps. I thought, you know, when I thought of Blackstar, I just thought of, you know, the stuff everyone knows, you know, the combo amps like the HT 20s and 40s or the Club 40s or whatever they are. To me, Blackstar never did anything to me. You know, it's just, you know, then sound wise, I could never I didn't like them. I just, something about the sound. But these things is another story. I picked this up at Sam Ash in Dallas, and it had been there forever. Here, let's go ahead and check out the back. I guess I'll let you see the side. Here's the back. It had been sitting in that Sam Ash for years and years, and I always saw it, but I never knew what it was. I just said Blackstar. I just thought it was some one-off fucking thing, and no, I mean, these things actually, they were around for quite a while. You see my Stewie pajamas in the background. It's cold today, folks. You can see right here it runs on 2 EL84s. You got a rectifier tube. I'm not sure what the rectifier tube is, and then you got some preamp tubes, pretty much 12AX7s, I think, or C 83s. But yeah, I picked it up at Sam Ash for a pretty good price, and it rocks. So let me go ahead and tell you about these amps real quick. Again, really simple. You've got power on off, standby. You got 15 watts, 5 watts. Sounds great on the 5 watt mode as well. I know some amps, when you switch to the, you know, the lesser wattage, it kind of doesn't sound all that great. You got the Pilot, you know, the Jewel there. Got the logo, hand wired. That's another thing too. These amps are all hand wired. I'll put a picture up right now so you can see what that looks like. And yeah, so I'll get into that a little later on if I don't forget. But yeah, they're all hand wired. They're not made in England. They're sort of, you know, it's that whole designed in England, made in Indonesia, I think, but we'll see in the back for sure. All right, so let's recap. Power, standby, your 5 watt, 15 watt switch, Jewel, logo, great. Now let's go to the channels. Channel 1 is your clean channel. This is the lesser output, and you've got a high and low gain input. You got your tone, which is subtle. The reason I didn't mess with anything, I just wanted to let you hear what it could do on one setting. All the settings you heard, or all the different tones you heard, was me fiddling with the knobs on my guitar, you know, the tone knob, volume knob. But the tone on these amps, they're very subtle. They don't do much, kind of like a Marshall. So, you know, all the way one way is a sound, Sort of up is one sound and all the way is one sound. So there's no sort of like, oh, I mean, this and that won't really do much of a difference. I mean, it does, but again, it's subtle. And then you've got volume, which, volume. So this is sort of your clean channel, right? Less gainy. And then if you want a higher sort of gain, this is like their high gain channel. Same thing, tone, which really doesn't do much, and volume. You might sort of remember this, or you might sort of recognize this layout, to a Marshall. Oh God, what was that? I don't know the exact, but it's the Marshall with it's a 20-watt Marshall with this sort of setup, with 2 knobs on each channel. I think it was called like a bass lead or something like that. There's a 20-watt Marshall, and that's kind of what this is that's the vibe I'm getting from this. But yeah, channel 2, that's your higher gain. I mean, and it will get high gain. So I mean, that's where I was on the volume, because any more up, and it'll really start to, this is kind of like an old school amp. You're not going to get that preamp sort of sag. It's more of a power amp distortion, and you hear that woofiness. So I mean, it gets down, boy. I mean, you turn it up to like right there. Oh shit, get ready. But right there, it's pretty good too. I mean, that's, for me, it's where I like to keep it. Again, high gain, low gain. For me personally, this amp sounds the best, as well as most amps. If you put on the low gain, it kind of sounds a little flat, kind of sterile. You want to keep it on the high gain. That's how you're gonna get the most out of it. The low gain is just, it's just, I don't know, it just falls short. But you want to keep it on the high input here. And also, this amp sounds the best, I've noticed after using it, is, again, a lot of old school amps are like this. This amp really sounds better when you just really just crank it, crank the volume, and mess with the volume on your guitar, because if you try to play like quiet volume, bedroom level like everyone wants, it's not. This amp is just too much of a beast, for lack of a better term. And I know that's very cliche to say about amps, but this is not a bedroom level amp. Okay, do not be deceived with the 15-watt rating, because this thing will bite your head off. Okay, so there you go. That's the front. Very simple. And again, also, don't be deceived by the simplicity. There's a lot of tones you can get out of this thing. Let's get a shot of the top there. There's a vent, 2 vents. Let's get you some dimension here. And now we'll go to the back again and see what you get with the back. So let's see here. Blackstar. Okay, you see, designed and engineered by Blackstar Amplification, blah, 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 Northampton, England, made under license in Korea. Okay, so I said it was Indonesia, but it's actually Korea. But very good amp. You see the dust coming down. This thing is kind of dusty. Should have probably cleaned it before the video. All right, so what you got back here? Let's see what we're working with. We've got our speaker outputs. All right, so we got 2 of those. You've got your impedance selector, so you got 4 ohm, 8 ohm, 16. So that's what I mean. That's a really cool thing about this amp, is it just makes it even more versatile, is that you can plug this into any cab configuration that you like. So that's cool. Oh, you got your fuses back here, your mains and your HT fuse. I don't know, but you got both of them right there, and you've got your power cord right there. So again, simple in the back, no effects loop. If you're an effects loop guy, then you're probably not gonna like this amp. but it's old school. I mean, it's very much. I mean, I guess that's what they were going with this. It's very much a boutique. This is like Blackstar's boutique line, and these amps were pretty expensive, well into the $1,000 range. I think this one new, I think was probably like $1,200 or $1,300 or something. I'd have to check and make sure. Oh, let's get to the tubes. I know we already went in here, but I think those are 12AX7s, but probably not. They're probably the ECC 83, I think. Sorry, I don't know my English tubes. And then you've got the EL84s and a rectifier tube. And let's see if we can get in there close. We're working with your transformers and stuff. But yeah, there you go. It's a very simple amp, but versatile. It's versatile, and it's, you know, in a utilitarian kind of way. And also tone. I mean, there's a lot of, you know, there's some things you can do with this. I didn't use any pedals with this, with the demo. No pedals, no nothing. I just wanted you to hear the pure, you know, just amp by itself. And the guitar I was using was an Epiphone Wilshire, one of the newer ones. I think it's like a 2019 or 2020 Wilshire. It's one of these. You'll see it in the picture. And yeah, that's all I was using. And I was going through the, you know, the Self-Tech from the mid-90s. Got the original speakers. They're like custom Eminence speakers. But yeah, that's it, man. This is, again, the Blackstar Artisan series. These are really cool amps. And they're discontinued, which is, you know, whatever. But you can still find them online. Very cool. If you got a chance to pick one up or just try one out, I would suggest cranking it up and just giving it a shot, because you might just buy it. Yeah, there's not much else to say about this, guys. Hope you liked the video and found it entertaining as well as informative. And yeah, that's it, guys. Be cool. See you on the next video. Take care.